Last time on Survivor UHC. On the Lafo tribe, almost everyone was targeting someone, leaving them in a bit of confusion. At the Valia camp, Brent returned from tribal guilty after he tried to blindside Chalk and failed. At Onisak, Peridot and Sugar found an idol and then created a new alliance. At the immunity challenge, Glenn decided not to throw, and so Valia lost for a second time. At Tribal Council, Chalk played his idol, but Brent was sent home. 13 are left, who will be voted out tonight.
Running.
Drop your buffs, we are merged.
Hey, we made it.
What they say.
We did it, everyone.
Where am I fishing?
No.
Who did that?
I wouldn't.
Max?
I didn't lose.
Aaron, you say you got me.
Aaron.
I was not.
We did it again. Give me some.
Oh, we made it to the merge.
I did not vote for BS Brent.
I think he's
I
lying.
would never. I'm not a sinner.
First rock,
I'm not a sinner.
How is
first
everyone's
rock,
day?
then there was Dawson, and now we
Alright, hey, big celebration.
So, I'm at the merge. There's 13 people here, and I believe in Survivor UHC, I was either 11 or 12. So even if I do go here, it's gonna be my worst placement and merge boot as well. So I'm just getting people, and I'm going like, hey, you know, don't want to be merge boot, haha. Just, you know, one vote. Don't pick me, come on. And then people are like, yeah, you know, it's fine. You won't be merge boot, haha. But it's like, it's something that's always been in the back of my mind, is that I'm a constant merge boot, because I either win the first immunity and I go farther into the game, or I don't and I'm just voted out at the merge. So I guess everything does come down to this first immunity challenge.
This challenge is called I Thought That Sheep Was a Player.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
And of course Brent was voted out at last. So essentially me, Pi, and the most recent player voted out, Brent. Brent, make your grand entrance.
I'm back, you
No.
So,
Brent dab. Brent dab.
it's basically just a hide and seek.
Thank you. I missed it.
You're gonna shift so that way you become a sheep whenever the game mode turns on. We'll let you in there, and then we'll give you like a few seconds to hide, and then me, Pi, and Brent will one at a time just find a sheep that we want to whack, and then if we think that if we think no, because we're gonna make educated guesses, so you gotta act like a sheep.
Total drama all over.
I'm gonna say
Nintendo, why are
5.
you copying total drama with this challenge?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Today's challenge was had to do with being a sheep and hiding. I think I personally will find this very advantageous towards me, as I'm already a sheep, and so I already know what a sheep will do and how they will act, which will make me the ultimate survivor, and I will not die.
Hi.
Alright.
Alright, someone's nearby.
Damn it, what the?
Alright, my turn. Oh, Saya, where are you at? He's
Yeah,
over
he's
here.
somewhere over here. I bet it's this one.
Winning this Survivor really has. I want to win my first Survivor. I've never won a Survivor before. I have been wanting to. I've been trying hard. I've gotten second place twice. I played well a bunch of times, but never made it to the end. It's just. I just want to win. I want that Richard Hatch role, and I really want to just win because I never win these. So it'd be really nice to win my first one.
Yeah, we can break the spawners at this point. I think it's kind of ready.
Right. Shall I break the spawners then?
Oh, got Graples.
Why did you go? Okay, guess that's a no. Hmm.
I don't think we need to even do turns anymore. It's kind of taking a bit.
Okay.
Just break a spawner if you see one. I just take a minute
Goodbye.
before you hunt. So I'm like,
Fuck.
Damn. Chill out, dude. It's just a challenge. Hey. You a player. No, I wanted to save him. I wanted to save that one. What the fuck? It was nodding yes at me as well.
yeah, I really want to just like get around.
Right. Too many over here.
Just kind of killing whatever is like near.
Right. Oh, goodbye.
Alright, I think Pepit is still in. Glenn, of course, is still in. Saya managed to escape us, even though he's in.
I really hope I don't kill Glenn. I'd feel pretty bad.
If Glenn wins this challenge, it's the most hilarious.
Good night.
Oh, Pepit is gone.
Oh wow, merge. Wow, I feel shit. I really don't care. Because the only thing I care about is the win. But will I win? God knows.
It scares me. Oh, whoops.
Fuck!
Jesus.
Glenn versus Saya. Nice job.
Yo, I think we killed all the white ones.
Yeah, could they all... What if it's the pink one?
No.
What? Oh my gosh, Glenn was so lucky he was the pink one, so no one thought it was him. Meaning Saya Stone has one individual immunity.
Me and Glenn were both the big one. I want my first It feels really good, especially knowing that I can start the first merge vote immune. It's great because this is, I know it was no skill involved, but I'm happy I won my first really ever individual immunity challenge. And I think that I'm psyched to see what happens, but I think I can be in a good position if I play this right with this immunity.
Alright guys, I made an anvil.
Oh my god, I'm so happy. That was my ever immunity challenge win.
I created.
Thanks, Syntic.
Is the basement still open? Oh my god,
Should we
it
do
is.
some discussion?
What are these? Two people
We should-
ran off.
Are we doing some bloody monsters?
Nutty monsters? Nutty monster.
We're doing Nutty Monsters?
Holy shit, I finally made merge. That was probably my one goal for the season, to make merge, because now not really based on just like a team feeling, it's based on what I can do personally, like on a social level in this game. And I'm also super excited that Max and then I guess the three other guys from the most recent tribe have made it through as well, because I feel like I have some strong alliances in the making or already existing that'll probably get me through at least pretty far. So I'm just excited to see where this goes.
I attempted to say Sugar, but I think Glenn might be a bit of a more interesting pick because people might not expect that. I know we have 6 with Pepit, at least 5, and all we need is one more. We need 7 for majority, so I want to scope out. I want to talk to. I think should hit up Lego, Bobby, Vincent, because apparently Sai said he had a really good connection with Vincent, and go for one of them. Just see what they think. We don't want to be too aggressive so that we don't get voted off. you know, like we don't want to be super pushy with it, but I think we could.
We'll have 5 going that way.
Yeah. Do you want to say? Do you have any opinion between Glenn Sugar?
The moment that I saw Grant's head turn towards me and his finger wagged me over, I had a sinking feeling in my stomach that this was not the right choice to make, but I followed him. I went along with it. And as much as our chat was informative and productive, I could not ignore this pounding feeling in my head the whole time that people are noticing this. Surely this cannot go unnoticed. 2 people just stepped aside from a 13-person tribe right after the immunity challenge finished, right when we got back to camp. There is no way the people did not notice that the 2 of us walked off.
Max
Grant. Grant
who?
and Max.
Max and Grant ran off together as soon as we got teleported, so that automatically just put a target on their back, which I am very grateful for, because that means people are most likely going to go after them as opposed to me, because I haven't done anything yet.
This is a.
I've not been on tribe.
I haven't spoken.
I don't think
to,
I haven't
Marco yet.
Yeah, we haven't.
I'm doing good. I got a face.
That's cool.
How is it back in your tribe?
It was good. We was put on the new orange one. We didn't go to tribal, so I can't really say much.
We also. Oh, I also did not go to tribal.
What was the
group of 3?
Okay. I am so glad that I made it to emerge. I did not expect to make it this far, but here we are. My goals right now is that I really want to try to talk with more other people, especially I spoke to Bobby and Peridot earlier, and there's quite a few people as well that I just haven't spoken to the entire game. I would like to reconnect with Pepid and others from that original group. I'm super sad that Brent's gone, because I feel like it could have worked with him. That sucks. But there's still a lot of people that I could talk to, and hopefully we can get a majority going.
3 was Lego, Glenn, and...
No, Glenn was with us.
Lego... Was it Bobby?
No, Bobby was with us.
Okay, who was with you, Sugar?
Me, Bobby, Peridot, Glenn, and Pepit.
So it
Chuck,
was...
Sia, and...
Chuck, Lego...
It was me. I was waiting. I've been shifting here,
I
waiting
can
for
say-
someone to say something.
The first time I played this game, 2 years ago, I'm gonna sound like an old bloody war vet talking about the war. I didn't have to deal with a single pre-merge tribal council. This time I had to go through the whole banger. We had idle plays, we had betrayals, we had the whole shabanger, is what I'm gonna call it. Shabanger is my made-up word for cluster. Making it this time is... Oh, it's glorious, because even though I think I was in a great position the first time, I think I'm in an even better position this time. I have so many individual people that I can personally go to that I think I could trust a decent while.
That way.
This is just like the first ever scramble of the season. No one wants to say a fucking name.
Wait,
so what
we literally were just talking about the fucking challenges.
Yeah.
We were just talking about our old tribe.
Yeah, everybody was doing that.
So I make the merge, and I gotta say, I am pretty happy about that. And I'm happy to see that a lot of my allies from my first tribe are still here. Bobby's still around, Peridot is still around. However, there are still a lot of people that I know I'm going to have to take out. I've never played a Survivor with Aaron before, and I've never played a Survivor with Saya Stone before. Those are just 2 examples of people that I'm going to have to try and talk to the best of my ability.
So,
okay.
Okay,
So
let's
do we
get to
actually want to
nitty-gritty.
talk about the game?
Rid of?
I don't know. I just wanted to drink my apple juice, but it spilled.
I said we get rid of Peridot.
What on earth?
What the hell noise is that?
Yeah, honestly, hear me out.
Yeah.
Anyone
Yeah.
hear me? What outside? I know you want immunity. Let's still do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
What are you
I
gonna
like
do?
it.
Make us re-vote?
Yeah. What a dumb
I'll just go vote for him again.
No, but really, I don't. Personally,
Yeah, I
for
legitimately
me,
don't know.
I really just don't have a preference right now.
I mean, I'm down for anybody. Like, you know, like first vote is like seeing where the tribe lies, like who's with who.
Okay, who do we see as possible threats in the game?
There's a lot of them.
They're coming.
There they are.
Is that them, John?
Oh,
Lord,
I'm
they
just
coming.
saying, like, they are coming, like, the
Oh
people.
Lord, they coming.
Yeah,
What's up,
hey,
guys?
my fellow
What's up,
lads?
gamers?
What's going on, lads?
Oh,
We
we're
haven't
just
come up
hanging
with
out.
a name.
We haven't really said anything yet.
Well, like, there's nothing to base it off of.
Do we
I know.
want to split since we're like 8 people?
Well,
That'd be
it's
4.
13 people.
Oh,
No.
yeah,
there's still
it's 13 people,
there.
so we
It'd be
need...
5 to 4 to 4.
I mean,
Well, I meant just like as a group.
Max and Grant just kind of run off together, and in a merge where no one wants to say a name because they'd be put at risk of being put on the block because of that, it just seems like there's a reason to vote someone out, and we should take an advantage of it.
Lego took out one sheep. Let's take out the fucking other.
What?
Oh my
Oh
god.
my
Oh
god.
my god.
Oh my god.
Jesus
Christ.
I mean, like,
dude, that's...
Oh
are
my
you
god.
being
That-
serious?
that's-
Or-
Are you being serious?
sadistic.
We need to choose someone.
That is true.
And you want to go for Glenn?
I don't care.
I like that.
Okay, yeah.
I respect
I mean,
that as
like,
well.
I mean, he's got a point.
Yeah,
I
he's
mean,
got
like, why
We do
not?
have to do
Like,
someone. Yeah.
We do have to vote.
Why do you why do you guys think Max 50 and Grant ran off?
I have no idea.
I didn't say that.
No, that they did.
No,
John.
they
Wait,
did.
did they?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
did. Right as
Oh,
right as
I
we got
didn't-
teleported.
oh.
Why'd
they
you
both
say
ran
I
off.
didn't say that?
I thought
Yeah.
you said I heard you guys say that. I'm like,
No,
wait,
no.
what?
So
I
maybe
said that.
we do one of them then? I don't know.
Well, I guess Glenn is
I mean, if there's nothing
Sugar,
else to
can I
base
have
it
that
off of,
back?
then...
Pardon?
I mean,
Can I
are
have
you guys
that?
cool
I think
for
you
one
caught
another?
it.
But what?
Well, let's
That
well,
or Lego.
A saddle.
What-
I
what
I
do you
do
want?
not have a saddle on me.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
can I have my saddle? Thank you.
All right, so what? So it looks like it's between
Motherfucker.
those 3 right now for us 8.
I mean,
Like-
as long as we're all safe, I think we're all down for this.
Yeah.
So which one are we thinking?
I've never really spoke to Grant, ever. I've heard he's a lovely dude, but even in this game, I don't think we've been on the same tribe. I was a calm favorite, he was a calm fan, and every single time we swapped out, we were just never with him. Him being betrayed as an ally to Max is it's kind of scary a little bit. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really care which one goes, because I haven't spoken to Max either. Max is not someone I've actually had a conversation with. Not due to the lack of trying. Every time we try and have a conversation, someone comes up and grabs one of us and like, hey, we need to talk right now about ABC.
Does anyone have a personal preference or?
I could flip a coin.
Does anyone have any information on
You
that?
have
three
3
sided
people to
coin?
choose from. What kind of coin do you have?
Oh
If
shit.
it lands on the side.
Who's the third person?
Okay, we
Oh, wait.
can go with like who's the next fish I catch.
Okay, if it's a salmon, we vote out Glenn, I guess.
Wait,
I'll wait for this. We'll wait to decide on what fish
Hey,
it
Grant.
is.
oh hey, Grape.
Wait, does
Oh,
anyone
you're-
have any
were you by
information on them,
yourself?
though?
Yeah,
Just
So you didn't
curious,
talk
like-
to anyone yet?
I have. I was talking with it was people.
Everyone else, basically.
Yeah.
Well, now this is
yeah.
9. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
What
okay.
are you eating?
Who, me?
Yeah.
you.
I'm chewing gum. I caught.
So, Grieper, what do you
Bubble
what
gum.
do
How
you hear over
hard
there?
is it for you to catch a fish?
There was.
I
they
had
just wanted
one,
to go
but we
talk to
haven't
other people.
decided on like what
Oh, yeah,
fish
but
They
is
didn't really
who.
say a name.
Catch it, catch it.
Catch it.
We
Yeah,
haven't decided
We
on
haven't
what fish is
decided.
who.
Yeah, we literally only said the same. We didn't say
All right,
anything else.
salmon. Regular fish is. Well, who else is left?
We were having trouble deciding on who we wanted to vote out. And I decided that I was going to get everyone to try to vote out based on what fish I caught. We were only able to decide if I caught a salmon, it was Glenn. We never decided for the other 2. And I ended up catching a salmon, but no one was paying attention.
No, this episode's gonna be named Going Fish, like nothing else. Going
Max?
Fish.
Okay, Lego. Max,
What?
Glenn, Grant.
Okay, I don't.
For
I don't
what
want them
fish?
to- Okay,
I don't
what-
know.
Okay,
Standard-
we need
standard-
a raw. Okay,
standard-
let's go with a raw fish, a
They're
salmon,
coming,
and
they're
everything else.
Okay, everything else is who?
What?
Is this everybody else
I caught a salmon.
I was wondering if
You caught a what?
And it's
I-
the whole time.
Everybody, I
salmon?
caught a salmon.
I would like
Oh,
to talk with
that's
Max.
crazy.
That's
So
interesting.
proud of
Anyone
you.
want to talk?
We can talk to you.
I'll talk.
Does
about it.
everyone know the importance of catching a salmon?
Well, yo.
Down to talk to
Yeah,
you
yeah,
on.
let's go.
Bobby, can I come?
It got to the point because other people were talking, they like changed the subject and stuff and kept going, and I just started trying to like tell them like, does anyone remember the importance of the salmon? Like, please guys. The salmon, it means Glenn. Vote Glenn. But I couldn't say that out loud. I just had to say, do you remember the importance of the salmon?
Grand Max seemed to be close.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you
definitely.
want to just make this really simple? Right. Heads we do Max, tails we do Grant, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alexa,
Okay.
flip a coin. Did you hear that?
No.
I think it's his heads.
It was heads.
Yeah.
So
it's
what-
Max.
Oh.
Max?
I'm down.
Max,
Okay.
are we cool with that?
Okay.
Alright.
Okay, cool.
That is the worst way to eliminate anyone else.
Do you like this episode, you guys?
It turns out that Grant and Max, both, one of them threw out my name, and that doesn't sit well with me. Luckily, Sugar flipped a coin, and it seems like Max is getting targeted tonight. So, yeah, Max, it sucks that you went for me this game, but you just got unlucky in the coin flip, my dude.
Easiest vote.
Yep.
And the reason we're having this conversation has nothing to do with this tribal. It has something to do with next tribal, because this is now just Max. I can't imagine Max surviving. You know what? Could be wrong, but what we should do, if there's 12 of us next time, we need at least 6.
I can get Kegel and Lego, probably.
Eagle and Lego is free. I'm 99% sure I can get Peridot. Bobby will stick with us because I know Bobby thinks if he votes either of us out, he goes next.
Yeah.
So Bobby's gonna be fine, but listen, I got you. As
Yeah,
long as
I
you've
got
got me.
you, dog.
We're good. We're gonna at least make it to the 8. We're gonna at least make it to 8 the next
Hopefully,
session.
dog. I'm just
Huh?
like, I'm kind of sad that I don't have the idol, but it was just something I had to do, you know? Like,
Yeah. No,
I didn't know if I was going then, and plus, like, I didn't want to go in the merge with people knowing I had the idol.
I
So,
will tell you one thing, and only 2 people know this. I have a vote steal.
oh, do you?
It's like a twist on the vote steal. Basically, if I can predict how a certain person is voting at tribal, I can steal their vote.
Alright, the reason I told Bobby and Sugar that I needed to use my idol is because now, if they do believe me, they think I'll have no connection with Lego and Kegel, that we're not allies, pretty much. Thinking that, like, I wouldn't, like, want to work with them, and plus, knocking Brent out of the game, too, could seem like they were a type 3, because no one would put it past them being a type 3.
Personally, I prefer Max, but I don't want to dictate a vote. So.
Yeah, I can relate, but I haven't moved. I can dictate. Hey,
I don't want to dictate anything.
So
you
guys
can
okay
do
with-
whatever you want. You're safe. You have the Lego Beast. And
Are
you're
you
safe
guys-
because you are the Lego Beast.
Oh my god. Alright, so
Alright.
you guys okay with, I guess, Max?
Sure.
Alright, well, I
somebody
guess
has to
if
go.
you have other ideas, Si, like, let me hear them.
I'm fine with literally whoever. I live by the phrase "as long as it's not me."
Yeah,
Somebody
me
has
too,
to
to be
tell
honest.
me that.
Let's
Now,
definitely-
listen, me and
It's
Saya,
definitely not me tonight.
me and Saya have been through some trials together, and we always just say as long as it's not me or because he's doing the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk to these 3, definitely.
So, the strategy of, as long as it's not me, basically, I will vote out anyone. As long as it's not me going home, I'm fine with whoever going home. I'm someone who never plays with super close allies, and I just take out whoever. And it worked for one of the most famous Survivor players, Sandra Diaz-Twine. She won twice with it, and why not and play it here? What are you guys? Who told Zach? And what are you guys doing? Where's your heads at? Because I'm voting with you guys.
Dude, I legit had to tell Zach because they
That's-
literally asked us. I had to say, like, yeah, they're voting Zach. I had to.
Are you guys
What?
just gonna vote Max? Are you guys just gonna vote?
What are you?
Yeah.
So, okay.
Someone told Zach we need to figure out us 5 are sticking together. We can either go with them or go with Max and Grant. Vote out someone like Zach. or someone else because they think we're going for Zach. Oh, but if needed, we can switch it last
Here's the
second.
thing.
You guys want to immediately switch it to somebody else?
Grape, I want to hear you out.
Well, when I look at like Zach and Lego and them, that group that's kind of been talking over there, I kind of see like a strong group of people who are kind of telling everybody who to vote for this vote, and I think probably taking down a peg would be probably the best decision for this game. We've talked so at the very beginning of the merge scramble, Max and Grant ran off, and George was like, "Oh, that's not good. Let's vote for them." And I'm like, "Oh, fucking hell," because those are my allies. So we get a group, we kind of group off, and I bring up the idea of voting out Lego because he was kind of running the whole vote Max and Grant thing.
So you guys want to
But is Zach
take out?
the best option to vote for?
No, that's why I'm saying.
really isn't.
I think,
Lego
guys. Why don't we just go Lego?
I think we should go Lego.
Down.
Yeah, I'm down
Let's
for that.
talk with Max and Grant. Let's go Lego. Us five, Grant
down.
and Max.
That's 7,
Sure.
that's majority.
I don't know.
Let's go.
Is Lego the biggest threat out?
Yeah. Bobby would probably,
Social
if
threat,
anything,
probably.
Bobby would probably have an idol and play it for himself.
He won't have
So
an
that's-
idol. I can assure you, he doesn't.
We
have
can
an
either
idol.
take out. I would think either Bob or Lego. Honestly.
If we
Those
take
are-
out Lego, we can leave Bobby for later.
Yeah, definitely. Let's go. Are you fine with that, Glenn? I'll
I
clarify
am,
with
I'm
you.
down with Glenn, do you want?
I
You
want
want
to
to have
keep
one?
Lego, like if I'm being honest, but that's
You want to
just
keep
me.
Lego? So
Do you want
are you,
a Bobby
what about,
I
Are
feel
you
like
fine with
Bobby
Bobby?
would be better because he's gonna be better at challenges anyway. I think.
I mean, I'm
That's
down
kind of
for that.
smart.
I'm
Let's
down
go.
for that.
Do you want to do that?
Okay, like
Do you
yeah,
want to
but
have
you
one
should
on one?
like just try and get Max and Grant on it.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
they will.
if
They
we
will
tell them,
100%.
if we tell them, we'll know.
They will
They'll-
100%.
But actually, we could. I don't really mind who we go with. Actually,
Let's
It's
go,
whoever.
Bobby.
So, the consensus of the merge appears to be that Max should be the first to go. I don't think that's the play. Well, first off, he and I are good old buddy old pals, so I don't want him gone, but, you know, I don't see him as the biggest threat here. I think if we don't get rid of Bobby really fast, there is going to be a problem, because he is very good at challenges, and if he stays, no one's going to be winning challenges against him.
Worry about Bobby because of he's one of the most notorious people for finding idols and advantages. That's my only
That is
concern.
true.
So
So
we could
do
go for
we-
like a more subdued target, like
Do we go Chalk?
we could, I don't know, like Chalk or like.
Are you okay with that, Pepit?
I mean, this is the first vote. I'm down for anything because I just want to see like how Saribes are like.
We could
live
go
and
like I
stuff.
don't even like
It's
Zach's
just,
goal. If
how
we
about you?
like
Do you want to go for a top 6 scenario? We can easily just have 6 people.
That's like I'm really happy with like the whole season of our Sarib, like the 6 of
Right,
us.
yeah, yeah.
Who was it? Was
It was us,
all of
Cleveland, and
them love that, to be
Saya.
honest.
Yeah,
That would be my favorite thing ever.
Okay, that's well, we only need one more person to get on with this, and we can probably get Glenn.
Okay,
So should we talk to Glenn and figure out which one Glenn wants the most, or you, or
who was it
something?
again? I was not paying attention.
We can kind of pick. I feel like I don't know. Some of the other people are like maybe the safest one would be like Zach or something, because I don't think anybody's gonna worry about him.
So, scrambling is happening big time now. There's 12 chickens running around without their fucking heads on. And, from what I understand, Max is on the chopping block. And I don't really know why. I have a creeping suspicion it's because I pulled him off to the side. That looked shady and that was my bad. But, I think he's probably the one getting the most votes. So I think we're going to have to switch it to Bobby, and I'm going to try to get the other guys from the 5-person tribe in on this too, and hopefully we can get enough votes to get Bobby, but see what happens. Hopefully Max doesn't get fucked.
Grant walked up to me and he said, I heard the big group. I know they're voting for Max, but I'm trying to think of like the next move. And he didn't really give me a name besides Sugar.
Oh.
Up to you guys.
Wait, so they didn't say they didn't say
I
me
feel like
then?
the sugar vote.
So then why did Aaron tell me that?
Yeah, why did Aaron say that?
Were you with me, Peridot, when you said that?
I think so.
Maybe
Well-
they're trying to get us to turn on each other.
Yeah, I don't want to. I think we need to keep it simple and just
I
go
was
with
gonna say
what that
right
group
now, I don't
was.
know if the information is accurate, but I heard someone said your name, Bobby.
Yeah, that's true. That's also true. I don't know. We don't know who
Aaron.
Pepit said that.
Aaron, I have a question for you.
Wait, Aaron,
Yes.
come here.
Aaron,
I
who
am
said
here.
Kegel?
Who said Kegel? That
Yeah.
was Max and Grant.
Okay.
Really?
Let's just.
So yeah,
do you wanna
they
just-
were just relaying the.
Yeah.
So do you want to just stick it on? Just
Go with what we discussed in that big group.
Today I heard Bobby's name, and nearly straight away I tried to bring Bobby by himself and tell him that yes, your name is out there. You should be careful. I did this mostly because me and Bobby basically have a trust pact going into merge. Basically, if I hear your name, you'll help me. I'll scratch your back, you scratch mine, type of deal.
Yeah.
Are you still needing to work with Max?
I don't know what to do. Because I'm hearing there's numbers on Max and then there's numbers on Zach.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you your name's out again. Back.
Again? From who?
They were in a group and they were not wanting to go for Max, and they were trying to figure out between you and Lego who they would want to go for. And they chose
Why me,
Glenn wants to go for you more than Lego because he wants to keep Lego around, and everyone was like, okay, fine, we'll just go for you.
Well then, I feel like then my only option is to vote for Max if they're trying to flip it on me after I tried helping him.
It was Glenn, I believe, who decided. He was like, I'd rather go for Bobby, and I was like, oh fuck, I don't want to vote for Bobby either, because I kind of feel like I could work with him right at this moment. So I went to Bobby and told him that the vote's coming out, because earlier I did mention to him that if his name went out there, I would tell him, and that's like I kept that promise, and too happy about that. I told him that I probably would vote for him over Max if we don't manage to get it off of him, but I don't know. There's not much time left in the in the merge, so I don't know if he can do that. So this is gonna be a tough one for sure.
I'm not too sure what to.
We have something that might help.
When we're talking to Saya.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, he told me. So should I just throw it out?
So basically, well, I was gonna say.
Okay.
Right now, there are at least 2 other people voting Bobby.
I've heard Bobby's name going around. He's a pretty good ally of mine, and I could use the idol on him, but then I'd be using my idol. It is something I have to think about because Bobby is one of my biggest allies in this game, and I don't want him to go home like that. It'd just be a shame at that point.
Putting Bobby.
We should. Okay, Saya said that they're switching the vote on Bobby because Zach found out.
Okay.
So right now with 4 minutes left, we should just do that and just make it clean.
Bobby?
Yes. If you want
I
to like
feel
save
like
your
we
ass,
need to
Max.
get rid of him just because he's such a threat.
That's true. I do think he could be a threat moving forward, but yeah, at this point I'll do anything to save my own hide. So.
I don't know. It was either that or Zach, but Zach kind of found out.
We just need to do Bobby.
Are
Yeah.
you
If you
okay
guys
with
are.
that paradox, or are you still unsure?
I mean, I guess I'm kind of unsure because I'm not like amazingly close to him, but we've been on the same tribe for a while now.
Right. I think the only way we could fight against that is a retaliation plan, but I'm not sure if we could have the numbers unless we all wanted to do something about it and switch it up and take down somebody who has no idea it's coming. Like, and keep it tight.
It needs to. It needs to be Bobby.
Mm-hmm. So I picked up word not too long ago that Bobby is on the block for elimination tonight, and that is something that hugely benefits me. I mean, to be honest, I'm at the point where I'll go along with anything as long as it seems like it's an actual decent plan. What does worry me is that I'm hearing about this news very shortly before Tribal Council, so I'm not sure if I can run checks with everybody to confirm that the plan should be Bobby, but I really want to believe that this is the case because I've had good conversations with people that indicate that Bobby will be getting a lot of votes, and I think a right flip could be in motion here. Although I'm still uncertain about things, I'm just trying to calm myself down and speak with who I need to, and hopefully all should be well.
Like Paradigm, like it doesn't matter if you vote or not. Like if that's like morally like against what you want to do, that's fine.
Like,
But-
so you guys said you have 2 others?
Yeah, I know 2 others, so if us 5, like if you don't want to Peridot, if us 5 vote Bobby, he's gone.
Mm-hmm. And this
Yeah.
came up, and you heard this because
Zach found out.
Right, and he told you about voting Bobby?
No,
Saya,
that was
Saya
Saya.
and Gripples did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Saya basically pulled me, Puppet, and Glenn and Greeples aside and was like, hey, we could get out Bobby or Lego or someone.
So, originally, it sounded like it was between Max and Zach Eagle, and now there's a third option in the mix, because both Glenn and Greeples both came up to me and said, hey, your name's out there. So, obviously, there's like 5 minutes left in the scramble, so I have to quickly get a bunch of people together and talk about this plan. So, like, Greeples is telling me, don't vote out Max, don't vote out Max, vote out Zach. And then I hear Max go, yeah, we're gonna vote Bobby tonight. So I'm in a tough situation in which I think Zach Eagle is gonna get out of this scotch-free, and I'm gonna be substituted into either an A, in which I go home, or a B, I get, you know, the minority of the votes, and I have people come after me. I feel,
Max,
but
Max, what's the name you've heard the most so far?
Myself.
And yeah, but then who are you voting for?
I've heard a lot of people saying that they also want to get Zach Eagle on, but supposedly there's been some sort of counterforce against it. I don't know how many people are actually voting that way, because every time Zach's name's brought up, people just go, I don't know, I'll do it if there's numbers, or whatever. Like, I don't
know who's voting who. Right?
Aaron, I'm really scared.
You think you're scared? I'm scared. I've even heard my name.
I'm scared. People just came up to me and said that my name's out there again, and that
Who?
people are gonna vote.
Was that when you went off with Ryan?
Greeples went up to me and Ryan told me that as well.
Oh my god.
So,
Ryan, what are you doing? You're snooping.
I'm gonna...
Snoopy boy.
Oh my god.
Ryan, come over here.
I've talked to certain people, they seem to be with me, and I think it's gonna be a very diverse vote tonight. Maybe like possibly 3 people are gonna get votes tonight. The votes might be everywhere, but at Tribal, if I feel like I need to, I'm gonna make a case for myself and hopefully send maximum 50 to the Slammer.
Max, if you tell me who you're voting for right now, we can make this work.
I can vote for Kegel. I mean, like, I'm not, like, I'm down to do that, I'm not against that, but there's 13 people, so we need at least 7, unless the votes are already being split, like, to
If Greeples is voting with us, and then we can get Peridot. Are you here?
Yeah.
Who are you voting for, Peridot?
Keeg.
That's
Is
confirmed.
Grant voting Keeg as well?
I don't know. I don't think...
I just don't know who's voting for who.
Oh my god. I'm about to...
Alright, so I'm sorry, but Saya, so you won the first challenge. How does it feel to be immune tonight?
It feels great. With the amount of chaos in the air, I am happy to have immunity because it actually let me actually talk and not get exiled out because people have to talk to me. I know. I know.
Well, I don't have
normally people don't want to, but like it really comforts me, and especially during this chaos scramble, it really gave me that comfort that I really needed because I'm always very paranoid.
Chalk, in Season 2, when it was the merge, you dealt with a crazy player in Merc. Do you think that this scramble is about as equal to how crazy that one was, or do you think it was crazier?
I think in Season 2 that was a lot crazier, but this one was definitely crazy. This one, like, I'm not saying this wasn't crazy, this was very crazy, but not compared to what happened in Season 2. That shit was stupid.
Peridot, do you... Wait,
Okay.
which one is which? So, you know, very similar question to you since you were the merge boot in Season 1. How are you feeling tonight?
I thought there was a plan in action. I tried talking to most people, and then, you know, at the end of the day, my name gets thrown out there again, and that's the last name I hear before I go to Tribal. So, I'm hoping that I don't go home here. I'm hoping that the people who I told I was with actually believe me. And right now, I think I'm just fighting for my life.
Kegel, big statement Bobby's making. That if you vote him out now, then it's a bad move, and that in the, you know, he feels like he's fighting for his life, so what do you make of that?
I see exactly where Bobby's coming from. This whole scramble, I've been in the exact same situation as Bobby. People, in specific 2 of them, have been throwing my name out for no rational reason, when I think there have been complete rational reasons to vote out the 2 people that are throwing my name out. So I get where Bobby's coming from because I don't want to go home for no reason, and I feel like that's what's gonna happen tonight for some strange, like, dumb reason. So I'm with Bobby here. I just hope I don't end up going for no rational reason at all.
So 2 people are saying that they have had their name thrown out for any for irrational reasons. Is there anyone else that feels the same way? Apparently no one.
Not me, but I have a question.
Sure, Peridot. What would you like to say?
You know, Jeff, this has been kind of crazy, you know. It's kind of as if it's the first tribal all over again, because we don't actually have a reason to vote anyone out, you know.
But I think, okay, sorry to interrupt, but I think there is a reason to vote. I think sorry, Peridot, but I think there is a reason to vote out a name that was brought up in the big group of 9.
Could you be specific?
Yeah, sure. I think I think there was a reason that Max's name was brought up in that big group of 9, and that's because him and Grant ran off right away.
Oh wow!
At the very start, as soon as we got TP'd in the merge. So, Peridot, as much as I'd like to think that there's no reason anyone's name should be thrown up, there was a reason their name was thrown up, and it wasn't by me, by the way, Max. I don't know why you have a vendetta against me this game, but
when have I had a vendetta against you this game? Could you be more specific?
Yeah,
I'm kind of intrigued.
The very first tribal where you and Mav threw my name out for no
I
reason
did
at all.
not throw out your name that
Once
tribal.
again, Max.
I'm hoping I get by this time.
Sorry again, Peridot. Sorry for interrupting, but I just feel like I had to clarify that.
I feel like if we both have to
So-
fight for our lives at this Tribals Act, then all goes. I'm with you.
I'm with you too, Bobby. If we just stick to the first name we heard.
So, Max, big target painted right there
a bit.
by Kegel.
Yeah, no, that's interesting. I had heard my name thrown around a lot, and I think you can say on one hand that there are reasons to vote somebody out right now, but I totally also get what Ryan means when he says that there's almost nothing, because this is a huge coalition of players coming together, biggest tribe we've seen so far this game, so how can you get a majority of people on the same base for one person? I think it's a little silly to want to target me because I decided to walk off and talk to somebody. I think that was the only time I had a one-on-one with Grant this entire scramble, and it was maybe for 10 seconds, and I saw people go off much more with other individuals the whole scramble. If you're asking me, I think it's just because people want to put a target on me anyways, and they were just looking for a bit of a reason, but I think it would be silly to follow through with that because I just don't really see why they would work for a lot of these people long term. I don't get it.
Pepit, do you agree with what Max is saying?
Oh, I didn't hear anything because I wasn't listening.
I respect that.
Alright.
He's like a fucking 200 IQ motherfucker. Do you think I have 200 IQ? No, I'm not gonna listen to anything. I'm just here voting and I'm looking at
Oh my god. Greeples, do you agree with Max since you were right beside him?
Do I agree with Max on that he shouldn't be voted? I mean, this vote, there's I mean, at this point, I can see why people wanted to target him as you're just kind of looking for small threads of reasons why you want to target people at this point. Doesn't particularly mean I'm targeting him or that anybody here could be targeting him. I mean, or is certainly targeting him. It just that his name was the name that was thrown out based off of a small facts, a small screw up. I mean,
was anybody not asked the question?
Do we just want to vote?
I feel like I'd like to say a bit more.
Oh, you want to say a bit more, Bali?
I do. I mean, I'd like to know why my name was thrown out of all of them. I know people want to throw challenges to get me out earlier. So, I mean, I think I can help more than you guys think I can harm you guys.
Wait, do people actually want to throw challenges to get you out?
Yep.
Are you serious?
Is that serious, Bobby? Who wanted to do that?
I'm very serious that someone wanted to throw a challenge to get me out.
Bobby, who wanted to do that?
It was Peppa.
Oh. What?
So,
Wait, what?
Listen. I had a plan, didn't work out, and I grew to like Bobby.
I mean, I just feel like
He's
I-
owning up to it, to be fair.
I think we
had
can all
this-
agree that
okay.
Pepit's the weirdest Survivor player we've ever played with.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm
I'd
the
like to
fucking
continue.
best.
I feel like people have been targeting me since the pre-merge, and I feel like keeping me in. You'll never go home as long as I'm in the game. Because people will always go, let's get Bobby out, let's get Bobby out. People will never go, oh, you know, let's get Pepit out, let's get Peridot out, let's get Sai out.
Okay.
I also want to point out that if the logic for getting out Bobby is just that people know he's a threat, in UHC Survivor Season 2, which I just recently watched, Peridot brought up an incredible point of why Bliv was being targeted for no reason.
Oh, don't get me started.
No, Bobby.
So,
was
Pepit,
stupid
so,
when
so, so,
Peridot
Bobby,
Pepit,
Bobby,
Pepit,
don't
Pepit,
take
if
this
it
as a
is
sip,
true,
but I just have
Pepit, if
something-
it is true that you were throwing
You said
to get out Bobby,
every
why?
Survivor
True.
you play
You know,
end up
you know how I
winning.
threw the challenge. I
And
won.
what? Who
One
did
minute.
reason
Sai,
like
who did you just say that about?
Wait, Bobby.
Bobby?
Okay,
Bobby
let me-
said
let me
victim
count.
Survivor
Just saying.
Siberia, yes or no?
Hold on.
Glenn,
I did not
Survivor
win.
Siberia?
Did Bobby
are
win
you
Siberia, Sai?
voting for the person
Which
that
was
we
that the most
spoke
recent?
about?
Yeah.
Yes, but he got 6.
So, is that
sure.
winning?
His
Is
counter
that winning?
Is that why you're voting for
Sugar.
me? Because
No,
I got
I'm-
6
Who do I have
I
to vote
never
for to stay
s-
safe
look
here?
at me.
Oh, jeez.
The person that
I
we
never
spoke
said
about. I'm writing down everyone's name, and I think I know where every single person's voting apart from Greeples.
What do you think I'm voting for?
That's me.
Okay.
Wait, listen,
I genuinely have no
if
clue
I'm
where I'm
right,
voting.
it's 6 going one way,
Fine,
5
I'm
going
just trying to
another,
make a counter
Greeples a question mark, and I obviously
I'm a
have-
debater, if
yeah.
you didn't know.
Okay, okay. Let's see. Who didn't ask a question?
Me, I haven't gotten a question.
Lego.
Yeah.
Sugar says that he knows where everybody's going. Does that concern you, or does that make you happy?
For me personally, I mean, it doesn't really concern me because I feel like I talk to Sugar a decent amount to where I hope I know where he's voting too. So, I mean, I guess hey, it's good to have a mathematician on the tribe, I guess.
If I could just say myself there, I've spoken to the majority of people here, and those who I haven't spoken to have made it very clear this tribe are where they're voting. So, apart from Greeples, who unfortunately I've never had that conversation with, and Glenn, who's now not sure, I know where the majority of people are going, but... I mean,
Okay, Glenn, should I do the first thing or the other
majority?
thing?
I don't know.
The thing I wanted or the thing you wanted?
So, is it gonna be me, or is it gonna be who you told me to vote for?
If I'm right, I'm just gonna say this as it is, depending on Glenn. Nope, I'm not trying to call you out, Glenn. Depending on Glenn, it's 6 one way for Max and 5 for you. Now, depending on where Greeples and I vote, that might change things.
I'm still frazzled by this whole idea that I've been targeted because I've been willing to work with like everybody here. I don't know why I've been shut out so much.
I
but-
think the problem is, Max, is
Yeah.
that on a tribe like this, like, I think anyone's gonna be shocked when they hear their name.
Like,
I mean, yeah, Max, I didn't, Max, I
It's
didn't
not
want to
like,
like
it's
argue
not
with
like
you.
people are like,
but-
oh, that Max guy, we gotta get him out of here now. I don't think that's what it is.
Can I put my
Yeah,
two cents?
Max, I didn't want to argue
Yes.
with you, but my name, it was my name that was caught up in the middle of it. So like, I had to,
sure.
I had to say something, man.
That's the person I want to go to Final 2 with.
Okay, okay.
Yes,
So
my
I
head
guess
hurts.
there's a bit of question marks out there. Let's go ahead and see where those question marks go. You're up to vote.
Well, good luck to you too, I guess.
I got fucked. The big fucking oof. Now Bobby's not fucking going. I'm voting fucking Bobby, but Max is fucking going. Fucking, damn.
I don't know what to say. This could be my final moment, but we can hope. We can always hope.
Wow. What a tribal.
That one's for you, Rocky.
Okay.
Oh, you're. Oh, sorry.
Excuse me.
I honestly did that argument on purpose. Because, you know, I want to cause a little bit of chaos. Crazy player for a reason.
Alright, if anyone has a hidden beauty idol and you'd like to play it, now would be the time to do so. Alright.
Oh, damn.
Once votes read, the decision is final. Person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote. Bobby. Max. Kegel. Glenn. It's 1 vote Max, 1 vote Bobby, 1 vote Kegel, 1 vote Glenn. Bobby. Max. Bobby. Max. We're tied. 3 votes Max, 3 votes Bobby, 1 vote Glenn, 1 vote Kegel. Max. Max. That's 5 votes Max. 12th person voted out and the first member of our jury. Max.
GG Max.
Need to be retransferred.
GG Max. Sorry.
GG Max. Sorry
Okay.
for arguing.
You don't have to apologize, Kegel. You've already done your damage.
Well,
Max?
You can snub me.
Tribe has spoken.
Thank you.
Time for you to go.
Wait, does that mean you hit the lava now?
Do I go that way or
That
this
way.
I don't remember. Okay. I was thinking to myself earlier in the game how the fact that Grant pulled me aside so often for one-on-ones was really frustrating to me because as much as I wanted to ally with him, people knew that we were allied, and I guess that came to bite me in the back, but I don't know if that's also on me just for not building as big relationships as I should have. But I don't know. I don't think there's too much more I could have done. Merge at 13 screwed me over with a lot of people I hadn't even met before and people that already wanted to gun for me. So I can be happy with the experience, but at the same time, there's so much more I wish I could have done.